Despite being a solitary confinement inmate, Charlie Kirk's shooter is receiving round-the-clock medical monitoring, cushioned walls, negotiated surrender terms, and top-tier legal representation. This preferential treatment seems off. What gives a confessed killer a leg up on the rest of the prisoners? Behind the scenes, what formidable forces are defending him? I know everything that happened. Here we will dissect it. Special accommodation and a tender surrender. American society was rocked by the September 10, 2025 assassination attempt on conservative activist Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. However, what followed? The handling of his alleged killer, Tyler Robinson, by the legal system, has just added fuel to the fire. The stereotypical image that most people generally conjure up when they hear the words, "Arrest a suspected assassin," they presumably see a spectacular SWAT raid complete with flashbang grenades and tactical teams storming a hideout. This person recently shot and killed a significant political figure in broad daylight. Tyler Robinson did not experience that. 22-year-old electrical apprentice from St. George, Utah, was instead met with what the police referred to as a tame surrender. Let's describe the events that transpired. Despite a 33-hour manhunt involving the FBI, local police, and a large-scale search operation, Robinson escaped unharmed. There was no secluded cabin where he holed himself up. He opted to make a phone call instead. They were contacted by him. At this point, the plot takes an extraordinary turn. The news coverage had caught Robinson's mother's attention. It was her own son who she identified in the surveillance images published by the FBI as the gunman. The bolt-action rifle they displayed was a unique Mauser model. She was also aware of that. This firearm belonged to Tyler's grandfather and was a gift from him. Robinson didn't try to skirt the issue when his father brought up the images with him. Instead, he admitted to the shooting and made suicide statements, claiming he couldn't face jail time and wanted to end his life. However, things take an even stranger turn from here on out. The Robinson family, guided by Robinson's father and a relative who was a former deputy sheriff, started to negotiate the conditions of Robinson's surrender before contacting 911. One major worry occupied Robinson's mind. The thought of police shooting him was terrifying. They so devised a plan for what would be later characterized as a delicate handoff by Nate Brooksby, the sheriff of Washington County. Yeah, what happened was just mind-boggling to me. It was just a few days ago that I learned